friends. Welcome to Science in a Bag from the Ashland Public Library. I'm Miss Regina, and today we're going to explore how a plant grows. How does a plant grow? Well, it needs some things. When we grow, we need things. We need lots of calcium, and we need water, and we need air, and we need all sorts of things that help our bodies grow. A plant needs to grow too. So let's begin. If you did not pick up your bag at the Ashland Public Library at the desk, I'm sure you probably have a lot of these things right at home and you can follow along. So let's get started. What's in our bag? Well, we have a bag of bags and some instructions. So let's take a look and see. There's some activities that we'll do towards the end of this. So just put that aside. And let's take a look at our instructions and see what we're to do. Okay, what is the effect of sunlight on plant growth? And does a seed in darkness sprout at the same rate as a seed in sunlight? I don't know. We'll have to see. Emptying our bag, we come up with 2 paper towels, 2 bags, and a bunch of seeds. Now, these are just lima bean seeds, they're lima beans, I think. And what we're going to do is to see if they grow. Well, I did a little prep, and you need to do some prep for you too. I put the seeds in some water, and I left them overnight so that they get a start to growing. So it says, before starting the experiment, soak your beans overnight in water. This will sort of wake up the seeds and get them ready to germinate. Germination is the process of growing from a seed. You'll get faster results if you pre-soak them. Now, if you don't, I'm not sure. Some seeds will not sprout at all. But, okay, so here's what we do. I'm going to dampen both paper towels. Now, I'm just going to I have some water in here. You don't want these wringing wet. You don't want there to be areas of lots of water at the bottom of the bag because the seed can rot. So you just want them enough that it's wet and damp. And I'm going to open that up. And I'm going to slide this one inside the Ziploc bag. Just like that. Okay, that one's inside. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other paper towel. Just kind of let it soak it up. And you don't want it dripping wet. So if you can do it like this and then lift it up and it doesn't drop, that's perfect. You don't see any drops of water coming off of it. Okay. The next thing we do is we place some of the seeds that we have. Now, I gave you a good many seeds because not every seed will germinate, but most of them do. So I'm going to take 3, maybe 4 of the seeds, and you see their coat is already kind of loosened. That thing on the outside, that's called a seed coat. Just like you put on a coat to go outside in the cold weather, seeds have a coat also. And we'll look at that in a couple minutes. So I've got my seeds there. There's one bag. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the other bag. Now, we're going to see if plants can grow in the dark. Maybe. I have 4 seeds in each of these, or if you want to put all of the seeds in there, it won't hurt. I just have 4 right now. But if you want to put 5 or 6 in a bag, won't hurt anything. So close the bag. So now, what have I done? I've trapped some oxygen inside there, some air, and I've got water. Now, I'm going to put one of them in sunlight. I'm just going to take and tape it to the window. So I don't have a window right now, but if you just take a piece of tape and tape it, pretend that's your window, you just tape it right up there. Then the other one I'm going to take and I'm going to either tape it inside of a closet, that would be good, one that you don't open too often, or you might have an old box that you can take and just put this down in and then close it up tight so that there's no light getting into it. So we'll have one in the light and one in the dark. Then what I'm going to do is every few days, this takes a while, this might take 2 or 3 weeks, I have a bean that I started here at the library, and this is, this was a big bean. Take a look there. That one is really big, but you'll see it has a root already, and I'm going to take off its coat. It doesn't need its seed coat any longer. So I'm going to take off its coat, and we're going to take a look inside the bean too, because now we have the outer shell. Take a look what's happening to that bean. I have a leaf coming up. It's sprouting. There's some leaves right here, and there's a sprout on it, and a very nice root. So what I can do now, this has been, let's see, what was that? This has been almost 2 weeks, just a little over 2 weeks in the bag, hanging on one of the windows in the library, and now I could take this outside and plant it, and I should get a plant from this that will, again, reproduce and give us lots and lots of beans. So I was going to take a look at all of them. Now, when you plant it, my advice is put the whole thing in. This is the root, so the root usually is extending down, and gravity will pull that down. And then just put that in and put some soil around it, and it should grow for you. This one has a great root system. And let's see here. Wow, this one's not bad either. It's got a nice root system too. But again, as soon as I touch it, it's almost, the seed coat comes right off. Okay, but up inside there, that's where all the activity is taking place. Now, the seed is giving that plant a good start. It gets its nutrients from that seed. So, what does it need? Well, I put in 2 sheets of paper. This one says, plants need, plant parts. So there's a bunch of words down here. Now, you may have to have a grown-up read them to you, but what do plants need, and what are plants' parts? Like, do plants need fruit, or is that a plant part? So you have to decide, cut these out, and then you'll put them together, and you'll be able to tell what it is, what each one is. Okay? And this one too, it says plants needs. Do plants need toys? Do plants need sun? Do plants need ice cream? Do plants need water? Do plants need soil? Do plants need air? There are 4 things that plants need, and then there are 2 things that plants do not need on this sheet. So you can color it, and then you'll have a nice reminder. Now, on the back of your instruction sheet is a chart that you can go ahead and take a look and see what is happening to your plant I would say do it about every 2 to 3 days. You don't want to do it every day because it's hard to see then what the differences are. It's easier if you do it, about every 2 to 3 days. Go over, take a look at it, and draw what you see in that box. Or maybe you could even write what you see, but I think it might be easier to draw it. Okay, I hope we have lots and lots of success. And if you like doing that seed, maybe you'll try a couple other seeds, doing it the same way. Which one do you think's going to work the better? The one you put inside the box or the one you put up by the window? That's how we'll tell. Because when they're in the box, they're in a nice warm spot and they're getting air, but they're missing an ingredient that I think plants need. See if you can figure out what ingredient it is. Well, until next time, when we have science in a bag, I hope you have lots of fun planting things this summer. Bye.